Hello and welcome to our show all about life under lockdown in France. The country is enduring its fifth week of this extraordinary shutdown, but perhaps the end is in sight. The French president has said that life slowly can begin to return to normal from May the 11th. But for the moment, the centre of Paris is quiet, and in this show we'll take you around the country as our reporters show you how the French people are coping with the beginning of a second month of confinement. So tens of millions of French people are effectively stuck in their homes, only going outside when they absolutely have to. But what about those who break the rules? Well, there is a fine, in theory, for anybody found to be flouting the regulations, but it's nigh on impossible for the police to enforce. So they are increasingly using drones, eyes in the sky, to monitor people's behaviour, as our reporters James Andre and Amal Coe have been finding out.
They are seen more and more often flying over Paris's closed parks and woods. Police drones are being used to monitor vast areas of the capital during this lockdown.
Le drone, là, il sert pour avoir une vue d'ensemble de la zone, ce qui permet de réduire les effectifs. La première réaction, c'est l'effet de surprise. Les gens ne sont pas forcément réceptifs, mais à force d'assister un petit peu sur la zone, les gens comprennent très vite.
The drones deliver their message loud and clear.
Restez chez vous. Vous ne pouvez pas rester sur cette zone.
Drones can't find people, but they can guide ground units towards those who disobey the confinement rules.
Après, s'ils ne partent pas, nous on prévient notre centre de commandement et après ils envoient des effectifs sur place pour contrôler les attestations.
The footage is fed live to the police headquarters operations room. Police drones are flying over the city every day to monitor the lockdown. Yet, Parisians are still not quite used to them.
C'est hyper stressant.
Pourquoi ?
Parce qu'on a on a l'impression qu'il va tirer quelque chose. Je sais pas, ça m'envoie à des films de science-fiction, j'en sais rien.
The impact of these drones during the lockdown is mainly psychological. They give the impression that the police that's already deployed en masse is everywhere.
Some of the poorest areas of the Paris region are the suburbs around the capital. There, many people work in the gig economy, that's informal, insecure jobs. And much of that work has dried up as a result of COVID-19. That means many people are struggling to feed their families, and plenty of NGOs have sprung up to meet the demand, as our reporters found when they visited the area.
In this home located in the northern suburbs of Paris, the Chaîne Fraternelle Association is putting together food packages for families hit financially by the coronavirus pandemic.
Là, c'est une crise sanitaire, mais pour nous, c'est une crise sociale parce que la plupart des foyers n'ont pas de quoi se nourrir. Et s'ils ne vont pas mourir de la maladie, ils vont mourir de faim.
This association, led by mothers, helps 600 households in the community. It is a cause that even the young people in the area are committed to. The cost of the packages come out of their own pockets, and they deliver them to families in need. It's an image of solidarity that stands in stark contrast to the stereotypical images of young people from the suburbs that France is used to.
Ce n'est pas l'image de voyou ou l'image de quelqu'un qui fait n'importe quoi, ou casseur ou voleur. Non, 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 une vraie image. L'image de quelqu'un qui veut faire des bonnes actions, qui veut aider les autres.
Many of these packages are on their way to migrant hostels. The epidemic has taken a harsh economic toll on those who do not have the rights to work in France and who, as a result, make their livelihood through the black market.
شفت في الانترنت بلي راهم يمدوا دي دون ايتو الوغ عيطنا لهم باش يعاونونا شويه مع دراري ايتو وما كاش الخدمه بيسكو سون بابي الوغ انا الزوج تاعي ما يقدرش يخدم.
The elderly are the most vulnerable during this crisis. This is a fact that Mehdi, a member of the EMJF Association, knows all too well. This is the second time he has delivered a package to this woman during the lockdown.
On se sent vraiment redevable, on leur doit ça, de les accompagner, de venir les livrer pour qu'eux ne prennent le moins de risques possible en sortant pour aller faire leurs courses.
But the work of the association is an expensive feat. They need €2,000 every 4 days in order to meet the needs of their local community.
not just French people who are struggling during these extraordinary times. What about those who were already outside the system to begin with, like the migrant population? For them, life has become more dangerous. Put plainly, how do you protect yourself and those around you when you are living in squalid, cramped conditions on the streets? Jade Levine and Chris Moore have the report.
By Paris's Ring Road, a makeshift clinic. It's been set up by French charity MSF to offer care to those on the edges of the system.
Alors, dites-moi rapidement qu'est-ce qui vous amène?
Souvent, c'est mon corps. Le respire, ça me fatigue un peu.
MSF is one of the last organisations still operating on the ground. It's part of a special response to the coronavirus epidemic, offering medical help to the vulnerable.
Donc un peu le nez qui coule, vous me disiez quand même. Vous toussez un petit peu?
For the homeless, migrants and unaccompanied minors, COVID-19's made an already desperate situation worse.
Les déplacements de ces personnes pour accéder aux services dont ils bénéficiaient sont plus compliqués. Il y a moins de transport, potentiellement ils habitent loin, il y a moins de structures associatives qui pouvaient les accueillir, il y a plus de distance à couvrir pour accéder aux services dont on a besoin au quotidien.
MSF also operates in places like this, a Paris gym being used to house migrants. They've been here since one of the many makeshift camps which have sprung up in recent years was cleared on March the 24th. Here, a lack of personal space makes social distancing measures impossible.
Idéalement, c'est certainement pas dans un gymnase qu'il faut mettre les personnes à l'abri, dû à toutes ces difficultés de promiscuité. L'idéal, ce serait d'avoir des bâtiments, des hôtels, avec des chambres individuelles.
France's lockdown means many legal, social and asylum procedures are on hold. And out on the streets, it's often organisations like MSF who are left to help as best they can.
Let's take you out of Paris now to the city of Nancy in the east of the country. There, like everywhere else in France, there is a serious shortage of masks. So city officials have been handing out plastic visors to those working in shops. Is it helping them feel any safer? Karina Chabot and Yenna Lee have been finding out.
The city of Nancy is giving out free face shields for its shopkeepers.
Si vous voulez nous en commander, vous nous passez un mail et puis on vous dira.
D'accord, ok, ça marche. Voilà. On va aller au boulot un peu moins stressé déjà. En tant que chef d'entreprise, je suis quand même garant de la sécurité des salariés. Donc c'est bien.
En fait, les clients, ça les rassure de nous voir, nous être protégés, pour les protéger eux aussi.
In just one day, the City Hall has distributed 350 visors.
Si on veut continuer à avoir des commerçants qui ouvrent, malgré les risques que ça présente, il faut à un moment donné pouvoir subvenir à leurs besoins.
It's at this local engineering school where they're all made. The mayor's office called on the civil service reserves for help. 12 hours a day, 2 groups of 15 volunteers work the machines.
Je suis étudiant en droit et ici je fais des trous, des petits trous. Et je ne m'attendais pas à ce que ce soit un travail à la chaîne en usine, mais c'est finalement très plaisant. Ça permet de sortir et ça permet de se sentir utile.
Étant donné que je suis au chômage partiel, c'est important de donner son temps et que nous puissions tous ensemble se sortir de cette situation très difficile.
At the helm of this operation is this man. Professor Nicolas Bonzani uses a 3D printer to cut out the base of the protective gear.
Donc c'est du polyéthylène, il résiste aux acides, il est souple, d'accord, il est incassable. Donc là c'est de la visière, on va dire, pour une utilisation prolongée. On a le matériel, on a la matière. Tant qu'on m'envoie du monde, on peut produire 2 fois plus si on veut, mais après, voilà, faut de la main-d'œuvre.
In 1 week, production has doubled from 500 to 1,000 face shields per day. And for now, it's enough to keep up with the growing demand.
That's it for this episode, and we'll leave you with some music. This is a song composed during confinement and sung by over 300 French artists to raise money for charity. Thanks for watching our show and enjoy the music.
Il a fallu en arriver là pour nous rassembler, prendre conscience de l'importance de l'humanité. Ce combat, c'est le monde entier qui doit le mener, car y a pas de couleur ni de religion pour être confiné. Il a fallu en arriver là pour les remercier.
We've got a brand new show for you on France 24. It's called The World Confined, and it's all about this extraordinary global health crisis that's touching all of our lives. Millions infected, billions more on lockdown. Our reporters take you around the world as we see how different states are responding to the threat of the coronavirus. Do join us on France 24 and at france24.com.
A World Confined on France 24 and france24.com.